Hi everyone, Jim Johnson here with you this morning. What we're going to do is talk to you a little bit about Turkey Day. And one of the things we get a lot of requests for, how do you carve a turkey? How do we carve a turkey? I'm going to show you a way to carve this turkey as easily as possible. We're going to take our cutting board. You notice I have my little drip grooves on it. So we're going to start with the wing. So we've got a wing over here. First thing I'm going to do is because we're not going to eat this part, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to come back and we're just going to take it, and if I roasted it properly it should turn, and then with my knife, I've got my boning knife, you'll see that on the site. So I've got that beautiful cut right there. We're going to come back, same thing on this side. We're going to take it. My hands may be in your way, but you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to do. So we're going to take it and we're going to come back, take our knife, make our cuts, come right in. This is going to come right off, and we want to keep the skin intact. Now, I have a wing here, a wing here. We're going to take this, we're going to put all this together like so. Now I'm going to come back, and with my boning knife, we're going to have the leg. So this is going to be the leg and thigh quarter, and all we're doing is we're going to use the point of the knife. So we're just going to carve down with the tip of that, and we're going to come right down. You can see that I don't have to do any cutting, it will just fall apart for me. Now, let's point something out real quick. When you see this beautiful red right next to the bone and it gets down and you go, oh no, it's not done. Well, actually it is done. What happened is this the layer of smoke that you have. So when you put it on the smoker, don't be afraid of it, because you know that as I'm pulling this and it pulls apart, that you know it's done. I'm going to take a cut, and we're going to cut right across, and we're going to separate the thigh. We'll leave the skin on for looks right now. That can be taken off at the table anytime, so we're not going to have an issue with that. We're going to have the leg. We can have that also. Same thing on the other side. We're just going to start with our knife, and we're going to take the tip, and we're just going to work down between the breast, and we're going to take the thigh and the leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. We're going to start to separate this just a little bit, and we're going to find out where that joint is. And then when we find out where the joint is, we're going to come back and we're going to make our cut in between the joint, just like so. This is going to give us another beautiful thigh. This is going to give us another beautiful leg. Now we get down, the only thing we have left is going to be the breast. See how simple that is? If you feel right in the center, there's a breastbone. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife, the tip of our knife. We're not going to try to just butcher this thing all in one time. We're going to take the knife tip and we're going to go right down next to that breastbone. So we're going to go straight down. It'll go down until you can feel it touch the knife point. So when you go down, you'll feel that knife point. And then with our fingers, we're going to start to separate this. And as we separate it, then we're going to turn our knife at a little bit of an angle and go down at an angle. So we're going to go down like so, at an angle. Keep going until we can follow the line, and you'll follow the rib cage, and you will cut the rib cage completely off the breast. So we're going to keep going, just like so. We're going to lay that down. We're going to come back and do the same thing with this side. And then I'm going to find the rib cage and I'm going to flatten the blade out, and we're going to go down the rib cage. All right, so we're going to take that out a little bit. I'm going to cut all those bones off and see how easy that is. Now, we have just very little meat. You can pick this and everything, and you're going to put that on the platter. For right now, I'm going to set this out of the way. We're going to come back and dress up our table here just a little bit. So what I've done is I've segmented every piece of that turkey out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do something very, very simple. And then that way when we go to the table, it'll make it easy to distinguish what piece you're gonna get, where to get it from, and what have you, and we're gonna have a beautiful turkey. We're gonna come back and we're gonna slice the breast. We're gonna take that to the table. As you can see, we've got it all plated up except for the breast. I'm gonna put this aside, and then we're gonna go with our chef's knife. And why? Because I need a good sharp edge, and then we're gonna come in and we're actually gonna slice the breast and then plate that up and then take that to the table. What I wanna do is I wanna look at that breast and I wanna see the grain. So I've got the grain running, and what I wanna do is I wanna cut against the grain. So what I do is I know my grain's running a certain way, so I'm gonna come in and with my knife, I'm just gonna make some cuts against the grain. The thicker I cut this, the easier it's gonna hold together and the less it's gonna dry out. Because if I cut it real, real thin, what's gonna happen is it's gonna dry out super, super fast. So we're gonna cut it across the grain, just like so. Beautiful, beautiful cut. I'm gonna slide that off to the side. I'm gonna turn this breast around and do exactly the same thing with it. So this is how we're gonna slice it. I'm gonna plate it up. Now we're ready for the dinner table. We want this to be pretty. Grandma's over. We want this to be as pretty as we possibly can make it. So we're gonna take this, slide it right on our knife blade, and we're gonna go out and put it just like so. All right, now we've got one there, so let's do this. Let's do some rearranging here so that we can make this work a little better. I'm gonna come back, take this breast, put right beside it, just like so. We'll put the leg over here, and there you have it. We have our Thanksgiving Day dinner turkey, carved, plated, ready to serve. Okay folks, this is it. We've got a platter. We've taken our turkey, 12 to 14 pound turkey. We've disassembled it, put it on a platter. Now we're ready to go to the table. So from our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.